the Bible says. It's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans, okay? Hillary Clinton is a goddamn demon. Excuse me taking the word. It's not taking it in vain. She is a demon damned to hell. Excuse me. I said I'd play the Trump speech. I don't even know if I can go to calls now. I'm too upset. All I know is whether they're interdimensional demons, whatever they are, let's say that's an allegory. All I know is they're the same thing. Psychopaths operate. They're not human. I don't like them, okay? And my very humanity just is just like, yeah, take them on. But if you want to fight, you're going to get one, you inhuman, soulless pieces of trash. I see you real good. And I know our species is stronger than you and better than you. We're going to beat your ass. Get that through your head. Excuse me. I shouldn't even, let's just go to the Donald Trump speech. Here it is.
Hillary Clinton and her campaign of fear will try to spread the lie that these actions will start a trade war. We already have a trade war, and we're losing badly, badly. She has it completely backwards. Hillary Clinton unleashed a trade war against the American worker when she supported one terrible deal after another. From NAFTA to China to South Korea, it doesn't matter. No matter where she went, the American worker was hurt. And you will be hurt worse than ever before if she becomes president of the United States. That I can tell you.
They live, folks.
A Trump administration will end that war by getting a fair deal for the American people and the American worker. The era of economic surrender will finally be over. It'll be over. You're not going to see it anymore. Although I can't guarantee it, because after me, they'll probably start doing it again. But we will have 4 and maybe 8 great productive years, and we'll never go back, and we'll make sure we never go back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. A new era of prosperity will finally begin. America will be independent once more. Independent once more. Doesn't that sound great? Under a Trump presidency, the American worker will finally have a president who will protect them and fight for them. We will stand up to trade cheating. Cheaters, that's what they are, cheaters. We will stand up to trade cheating. Anywhere and everywhere it threatens the American job.
That's right. You don't harass American producers anymore and then give the commie Chinese a blank check so their slaves can make stuff.
We will make America the best place in the world to start a business. We'll hire workers and we'll open factories and we'll get rid of these horrible regulations that make it impossible to do business in this country.
That's right. By design. The politicians moved to China where they made deals. They actually do that.
This will also include massive tax reform to lift the crushing burdens on American workers and businesses. We will also get rid of all of these rules and all of these problems and all of the bureaucracy which are destroying, absolutely destroying our job creation capacity, which we used to be the best in the world, and now we're getting close to the bottom, folks. We're getting close to the bottom. Many people think that these regulations are an even greater impediment than the fact that we are one of the highest taxed nations in the world. We're also going to fully capture America's tremendous energy capacity. This will create for our workers, and that's what we want, for our workers.
Cheaper power.
Growth for our economy and begin reducing our budget deficits, which are massive.
All right, let's stop right there. I'm going to play more after I take some of your calls, but That's why I harp on power plants. If they've shut down roughly half our coal power plants, they're totally clean, have scrubbers, nothing comes out but water and carbon dioxide. It's the cheapest power in the world, 3 or 4 times cheaper than anything else. No one else can compete with it. That's why natural gas and big oil, all give money to shut down coal. They're the ones. And then when I'm against shutting down coal, they go, oh, you're paid for by the oil companies. Go look at who funds it. It's the oil companies. I don't have any investment in coal. My investment is in if China is able to have dirty coal and no scrubbers, and their power is 3, 4, some cases 5 times cheaper than ours. If I was a factory builder, would I build a factory in the U.S. with power 4 times more, when that's pretty much one of your number one costs, or would I go to China? You're basically forced to. We produce shirts here in America. I get them from American Apparel. They're like $14 a piece. We sell them for like 25. And then people don't buy them because they cost more than the shirts we get made in Mexico. And I get stuff made in Latin America. At least they get some of the money down there. And I try to be a moral person, folks. They don't really grow good coffee in the U.S., so I get it from the Chiapas. And they're communists, but at least they're rebels and own guns and are kind of like anarchist communists. So at least, I'm supporting people that aren't going along with an evil even greater. I don't even want to get off into it anymore. It just gives me a headache. I mean, I'm in the exact same position as Trump, but on a smaller level, where, okay, I got Made in America apparel for you. Don't want it. Because you want the shirt that's, $15 that costs $5 to make in the U.S., in Mexico, or in Venezuela, or Nicaragua, or El Salvador, or wherever. It's cost me $5. I sell it for $15. I make $10. I buy it from American Apparel for $14, $15, sell it for $25, and you don't just make the same amount of money. People just don't buy it. So then you have T-shirts sitting there. That's like he said. He said, if I could make these ties here in the U.S. instead of Mexico, they acted like it was like, he'd been caught. Oh, you're this anti-Mexican guy, but your ties are made in Mexico. And he went, well, of course they're made in Mexico. I'm not against Mexicans. I bought them down there. It's high quality. It's cheaper. No one will buy ties that expensive in the U.S. How is that bad that Trump is honest? That's what I'm saying. The point is, we're pointing out the system is designed to be impossible. And so he goes off into coal power plants and the rest of it. The war on coal. The number one thing shutting us down isn't just the high taxes and regulations. It's the expensive energy. Have you looked at your power bill the last 5, 6, 7 years? Have you looked at your insurance bill? We're all being screwed, folks. We're being shut down. Because we have the communist Chinese and others that don't want to just win in a market war. They want to break us and dominate us and capture us and own our debt. And the crime is so big, they can't arrest Hillary for being a Chinese spy. It'd be too big. They should. They should arrest every one of those people. I'm telling you, thousands of those people deserve to be indicted. And I don't get on some power trip talking like that. I actually get sick at my stomach because we either start arresting them or they're going to push so hard that they're just going to force us to, they're going to come after us. I mean, they're not going to give us quarter. And people think, oh, well, let's just go along with them. No. That's what will destroy everybody. I'm going to go to break, and I had a special report coming up, and I'm going to air it in the next hour. And then I'm going to go to your phone calls. But, by the way, I want to put over Cleveland and over Philadelphia for 2 days each time during the RNC and DNC, $30,000 per 2 days. 4 aircraft flights, hour and a half apiece, with a giant Hillary for President banner that's very visible. The banner itself's like 5,000. It's a gigantic banner. We're about to have it rented. We got to pull the trigger this week to get it done. I was trying to get blimps, but they're too expensive. I need you to buy the Hillary for President shirts. They're back in at full price, $19.95. They're like made in Nicaragua or something, but they're all printed and everything done here in the U.S. And so they're both U.S. and foreign. And I need everybody to buy them right now so that we can fund that, putting those aircraft in the sky. Plus, it's a great shirt. We'll be back. Stay with us. Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central. We're here. Back weeknights, 7 o'clock Central, InfoWars Nightly News. Back Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. with a live transmission as well. I'm your host, Alex Jones. All right, I'm going to your phone calls. More of the Trump speech coming up where we left off. Next hour, we have a guest popping in, Gary Haven, one of my good friends, and a very successful fellow that's a multi-billionaire in private business, but a patriot who's been financing movies, TV shows, you name it, trying to expose the globalist agenda. I wanted to get him in just to talk about the whole nature of the world. He only comes on like once or twice a year, and I thought, start popping in every month or two. So this is part of a visit he's going to have regularly with us whenever he's here in Austin. He lives here in Austin, of course, Australia and other areas. He's a private pilot and flies his own big wide-body jets around the world. So he'll give us his inside take on what's going on, the latest intel he's gathered from the strata of folks that he travels in. And then at the bottom of the hour, in the fourth hour, David Knight's hosting, we're going to air a special report I did on the global destabilization program. I shot this 2 days ago. It's got a lot of clips, a lot of documents. It's very important. David Knight will air that at approximately 2:33 today. That is about, what, an hour and a half out from where we are right now, or actually about 2 hours out from where we are right now. I do want to go to your phone calls on this incredibly historic speech. You know, I watch more mainstream TV than I used to because I realized that I was blinding myself to a lot of globalist propaganda. Just watching aggregate YouTube clips, just reading transcripts of speeches, or just reading white papers, I was missing things. And so I probably watch an hour and a half of news a day, and maybe 30 minutes to an hour of entertainment programs and movies just randomly to monitor what's going on. I also watch commercials and things like that to get kind of the compendium or the spectrum of what's going on, not just little pieces. And not only were they not calling this any type of Islamic terror or ISIS on all these different channels this morning, I saw it once watching over an hour. It was just like somebody blew stuff up and shot a bunch of people in Turkey. Gee, wonder who it could be. Oh, we better have checkpoints all over America, take more of your rights. Talk about lying by omission. But I was watching every one of those channels wanting to see, because I shot a video last night about how amazing Donald Trump's economic independence speech was. It was a huge declaration of independence, and it was a declaration of independence against the modern globalist tip of the spear attack on us. It's economic warfare. And I would watch CNN, I would watch Fox, and they would just show a clip of him going, I admit it, I made a lot of money out of this system. As if he'd been caught in something. Out of an hour-long speech, that was it. Or just, yeah, we're going to have better trade deals. It was none of the bombshell, sensational, on-fire veritas, flaming truth of Hillary Clinton. We're under economic war from China, and Hillary Clinton is an agent against America in that war. Wow, Donald Trump called Hillary Clinton a communist Chinese spy, basically, which she is. I mean, I talked to a lot of retired and current top journalists, top spooks, you name it, and I've known for years, but now they've made it very clear. They said, listen, Hillary is a Chinese communist agent. She's totally sold out to it. So is Kissinger, and it is on. They are pulling the stops out with their money laundered into the U.S., not just through her foundation. It's bad. And when they even catch, you know, Chinese Americans, which I know there's a lot of really loyal Chinese Americans, but if they've got family back in China, you can forget it, folks, because they threaten them. Inside the Navy, giving codes, you name it. You want to talk about who infiltrates, folks? It's the Chinese. I mean, the Chinese have infiltrated our government. They have infiltrated the infrastructure. They have infiltrated this country super bad. They're super smart, economic, savvy, you name it. And they are into money, very on average, worldly, very materialistic. That's why the globalists love it. It's perfect. They're the perfect biological robot, folks, to take over. And I'm not calling Chinese people biological robots. We can all act like biological robots. The point is, we're being programmed. They've chosen China as the beta test. Where, again, if you go out to the park and get caught doing any Buddhist rituals, or you get caught doing Falun Gong or whatever, they execute you and take your organs. They are horribly oppressed people. And they're in such control of this country now that 20 years ago, the Dalai Lama was a celebrity. Everybody was against what happened in Tibet. Now, most liberals hate him and call him all these names and spew a bunch of communist propaganda against the Dalai Lama. And the Dalai Lama isn't perfect. But he did come out and say, Germany shouldn't let in all these Muslims. They'll attack you and kill you because the Buddhists know all about what Muslims have done to them, including in Tibet. And yes, the Muslims have invaded Tibet to attack them, okay? Just fact. The Muslims always end up attacking.